Yo, what's up everyone? Have you seen the headlines lately? The internet is absolutely melting down over one single question that has been circulating through the industry. Has the Six of God finally and officially reached that legendary billionaire status? I mean, just look at the evidence. We've all seen the recent sightings of his ultra-lavish lifestyle that honestly make $1 million look like loose pocket change found in a couch. From those diamond-encrusted watches that cost more than a literal mansion to those wild nights where he's dropping six figures at the casino without even blinking, the signs are everywhere. But is he actually a member of that exclusive 10-digit club? It's the billion-dollar bombshell that every industry insider is whispering about. But wait, let's take a step back for a second and think about this. How did a kid from a Canadian teen drama, shout out to Jimmy Brooks from Degrassi, become the most powerful man in the history of hip-hop? We aren't just talking about massive record sales or radio play anymore, guys. We are witnessing the rise of a financial empire that spans across continents and dominates multiple industries at the same time. Drake isn't just a rapper, he's a walking, talking conglomerate. It's not just about the music. It's about the vision and the grind. His trajectory from Aubrey Graham to the global icon we know as Drizzy is nothing short of legendary. Over the last decade, it feels like the music industry has been living in a permanent Drake season. He has stayed at the peak longer than almost anyone else in the game, consistently delivering hits that define the culture. From the early mixtape days of So Far Gone to the streaming dominance we see today, his rise has been calculated and relentless. He didn't just join the game, he rewrote the rules for what it means to be a superstar in the digital age. Then there's that champagne poppy era he projects. You see the Instagram posts, the private jets, and the certified lover boy lifestyle, and you have to wonder, is all this wealth just for show, or is he the smartest businessman in every room he walks into? It is a fascinating and complex question. Is it all just smoke and mirrors to keep us entertained, or is Drake playing high-level 4D chess with his bank account while the rest of the world is trying to figure out the basics? Every move he makes seems designed to increase both his net worth and his cultural influence. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. His first taste of those millions was a pivotal moment. There was a time early in his career when he realized that music was just the gateway to much bigger things. Getting that first big check from legends like Lil Wayne was just the spark. He saw the path laid out by those who came before him and decided to build a highway instead. He knew that the real money wasn't just in the verses, but in the brand itself. Now, let's get into the mystery of his net worth. While Forbes and other financial outlets have their own estimates, usually pinning him in the hundreds of millions, the true depth of Drake's pockets remains a closely guarded secret. We're talking about layers of private equity, secret offshore deals, and silent stakes in tech companies that stay off the public radar. The numbers we see are likely just a tiny fraction of the total. The true wealth of the OVO founder is a mystery, but who helped him turn those catchy hooks into cold, hard cash? This empire wasn't built by one man alone. There is a whole team of masterminds behind the OVO brand who have been working to ensure his global success. The answer might surprise you because the people behind the curtain are as essential to the story as the man in the spotlight. Let's look at the architects who turned a blog into a billion-dollar legacy. It is a story of friendship, loyalty, and unmatched business strategy. The architects behind the curtain are Oliver El-Khatib and Noah 40 Shabib. They are the true masterminds who helped build the foundation of this massive empire. Oliver is the brand architect, turning a simple blog into a lifestyle empire, including clothing, festivals, and a record label. He ensures the OVO owl is a universal symbol of luxury. Then there's 40, the sonic genius who crafted that signature atmospheric Toronto sound. Together they formed a trio that didn't just want to win, they wanted to own the game. This is a global ecosystem where every piece fits perfectly. Let's talk about the absolute mountain of cash coming from the music. We're talking about a deal that insiders call LeBron level. Reports suggest Drake signed a partnership with Universal Music Group worth a mind-blowing $400 million. Sir Lucian Grange basically handed over the keys to the kingdom. That's generational wealth before he even steps into the recording booth. It makes sense given the stats. Drizzy was the first artist to cross 50 billion streams on Spotify. Every time you hit play, the registers ring. He has turned his listeners into a recurring revenue stream. But wait, it gets even more interesting and controversial. Have you seen his obsession with stake? Drake's partnership with the crypto casino has the internet talking. Is he really betting millions of his own dollars on those live streams? Or is it a high-level marketing play? We've seen him win insane amounts and lose even bigger on a single spin, but one thing is certain. That partnership is worth an absolute fortune. Rumors suggest he's making hundreds of millions just to be the face of the brand. It's a genius, risky way to tap into the crypto and gambling markets. Whether he's hitting the jackpot or losing, Drake gets paid regardless. Drake also took a page from the Michael Jordan playbook with Nocta. This isn't a regular celebrity endorsement. Nocta is a legitimate sub-label under Nike. Think about the long-term security. By building a brand that exists independently of his next hit single, he's ensuring his bank account stays fat for decades. It's about creating a legacy that people can wear, from tech fleece to puffer jackets. He's not just a rapper, he's a fashion mogul, and Nike is betting big on his cultural staying power. He is looking at the big picture and building something that will outlast his music. Now, for the ultimate status symbol, Air Drake. You've seen that massive Boeing 767, right? It's a $200 million aircraft that makes private jets look like paper planes. But he didn't just buy it, it was a partnership with Cargojet. They essentially gave him the plane, and in return, he gives them global visibility. It's a flying billboard for his lifestyle. Is he the only rapper with a plane that size? Absolutely. It's the ultimate flex that screams billionaire energy every time it touches down in a new city. This is how you travel when you are at the top. Of course, a man with a giant plane needs a giant house. The embassy in Toronto is a $100 million custom-built mansion covering 50,000 square feet. It features an indoor NBA-sized basketball court, Swarovski crystal chandeliers, and a master bedroom that's basically its own luxury apartment. This isn't just a house, it's a monument to his dominance. It is the physical manifestation of all those #1 hits and business deals. He's even diversified with Virginia Black whiskey, proving he can dominate the luxury goods market. Drake's strategy is simple: saturation. He's everywhere, collaborating with everyone from underground stars to global pop icons to stay at the top of the most paid lists. He's made himself indispensable, but with all this money comes noise. What do his rivals and the fans think about the Drake monopoly? The reactions from the rest of the hip-hop world are starting to get very loud every time Drake hops onto Instagram to share a glimpse of his latest luxury purchase. The internet goes into a collective meltdown. You've seen the memes, right? On one side, you have fans who worship the sixth god, and on the other, there's that inevitable eat the rich energy. People track his private jet like they're part of a government intelligence agency. But let's be real, this social media frenzy isn't just about showing off toys. It's a calculated move to maintain that aura of untouchable god-tier success. Every post is a reminder that while the world is playing the game, he has already bought the stadium. But it's not just fans watching, rivals keep a close eye on those bank statements too. During the recent Big 3 beef with Kendrick Lamar and the back and forth with Rick Ross, wealth was used as a literal weapon. Rick Ross was all over social media calling him BBL Drizzy and mocking the Air Drake plane, trying to frame Drake's fortune as a burden. Kendrick took aim at the whole corporate machine behind the OVO brand, suggesting the music had been hollowed out by the business. But did all that beef actually hurt him? The numbers suggest otherwise. Every diss track just kept Drake at the center of the global conversation. In the world of high finance and hip-hop, being the villain can be just as profitable as being the hero when everyone is paying to see what you'll do next. Then there's the legendary Drake curse versus the Drake Midas touch. But when you look at his bank account, does he actually have the Midas touch? Many insiders believe he does. There's a theory that Drake isn't just a rapper, he's essentially the bank for half the music industry. When a new artist needs a career-defining feature, they go to Drake. When a brand needs instant global cool factor, they call OVO. He has positioned himself so deeply within the infrastructure of modern entertainment that he likely benefits from almost everything happening in the charts. So is he really a billionaire? The evidence is stacking up. Beyond that massive $400 million UMG deal and the stake partnership, we must consider the silent investments. We're talking about stakes in tech companies, private equity deals, and an art collection that would make museum curators blush. Rumor says he owns pieces worth tens of millions sitting in the embassy, and when you add up the real estate, the plane, the Spirits brand, and the Nocta line, it's becoming almost impossible to deny he's crossed into that elite 10-digit territory. However, it isn't always smooth sailing. Rumors have occasionally swirled about high-stakes gambling debts and the immense pressure of maintaining a lifestyle that costs millions every month. Are there cracks in that gold-plated armor? Some skeptics wonder if the constant flexing is just a way to distract from how much it actually costs to stay the king of the hill. What's the next play? The rumors about him buying an NBA team are getting louder. He's the global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors, but people think he wants a seat at the owner's table, maybe even for an expansion team in Las Vegas. Imagine Drake as a full-time business executive. He might be looking to pull a Jay-Z and transition entirely into suits and boardrooms. He's already changed the blueprint for every rapper who comes after him. It's no longer just about hot verses, it's about owning the platform, the transportation, and the bank itself. Drake's legacy is set as the man who turned hip-hop into a diversified global conglomerate. If he's this rich now, imagine where he'll be in 5 years. Is there anyone left who can actually compete with the Champagne Papi? But I want to hear from you. Do you think Drake is officially a billionaire, or is it just a masterclass in marketing? Tell us your theories and subscribe for more deep dives into the high-stakes lives of your favorite